Hello, my darlings. I said I was going to do more than one book a week, so here I am with a beautiful book that I have. It's called Seven Blind Mice. Have you ever heard the three blind mice, see how they run, see how they run. They all run after the farmer's wife, got a thread with the farming. Okay, well, this isn't that one. This is Seven Blind Mice, and it's illustrated and written by Ed Young, who won Caldecott Awards. Look at these great drawings. So this is just I didn't want this to rattle when I read the book. But one of the things when I read here, he talks about, he was inspired by Chinese painting that's often accompanied by words, but words are extra. The important thing is the picture. And he says there are images that words can never describe. So when you read a book and you just look at the pictures, that's what he's saying. They're pictures. There are words that can't describe certain pictures. So these are look at this great book without the cover. Ed Young, we appreciate it. So they start out with, look at just one tail of a red mouse. I hope I can get through this before YouTube cuts me off. Seven blind mice. And then on the title page, look at all the little tails of mice. If we counted them, we'd know there were 7. But I don't think we have time. Okay. One day, 7 blind mice were surprised to find a strange something by their pond. What is it? They cried. It scared them, and they all ran home. There's all their tails. So they're down here running home. They're all scared. On Monday, Red Mouse went first to find out. So here's all the other mice stacked up, and there's little Red Mouse, and here he is by this something, and he wants to know what it is, and he's going to go back and tell his brothers and sisters. He came back and he said, "It's a pillar," he said. No one believed him. And in his imagination, so there he is, it's a pillar. And they go, huh? So in his imagination, this is how he remembered it looked. So on Tuesday, Green Mouse set out. He was the second to go. So here's everybody but the Green Mouse watching. And then here's the Green Mouse right there on the something. Right there, see? Right there on the something. He's going to say what he saw, what it is, because no one believed it was a pillar. And he came back and he said, "It's a snake. It's a snake." And here he is telling his brothers and sisters. This is how he remembers it. This is what it seemed like to him. It's a snake. Ah. "No," said Yellow Mouse on Wednesday. So Yellow Mouse goes on Wednesday, and there's everybody watching him go. He's right on the end of something. There he is. Oh. I wonder what he's going to say it is. It's a spear. He was the third in turn. This is how he remembers it. Oh, as he's running away. It's a spear. Ah! And he's telling his friends, they're like, huh? Oh? Oh. We're all trying to figure out what it is. The fourth was Purple Mouse, and he went on Thursday. Here's all of his brothers and sisters all stacked up for safety in numbers. And there's Purple Mouse on top of this something. So he came back and he said, "It's a great cliff. It's like a mountainous cliff," he said. There he is telling his brothers and sisters, and That's how he remembers it. The cliff that he saw. So big and tall. Orange Mouse went on Friday, and he was the 5th to go. There's the other mice. Safety in numbers. There's the Orange Mouse right there on something that's kind of flapping. All right. Wonder what he thinks it is. It's a fan, he cried. I felt it move. And this is how he remembers it. Well, there he is telling. It's a fan. Everyone's got big eyes because they don't know what this something is and they're scared of it. It's a fan, he said. It moves. Can you move your hand like that? That's what that something was doing. So many different things in this one something. The 6th to go was Blue Mouse. There they all are waiting for him, scared. And there's Blue Mouse. There's Blue Mouse right there on the end of this thing. He comes back and he says, it's nothing but a rope, he said. Well, there they are, listening to what he says. This is how he remembers it, is afraid. You know how ropes can fray at the bottom? It's nothing but a rope, he said. Then, but the others didn't agree. They began to argue about what they knew it was. They knew because they were there and they experienced it. And the others began to argue. A snake, a rope, a fan, a cliff. Until on Sunday, White Mouse, the 7th mouse, went to the pond because that's where the something was. So here they are arguing. It's a snake, a rope, a cliff. And now the White Mouse goes. He's going to get to the bottom of this, he thinks. When she came upon the something, she ran up one side and down the other. She ran across the top, from the front to the back. So let's use our hand. Well, first, here's the picture of her. So she ran that way, and then she ran that way. So let's go to the top, and then let's go from the back to the front, which she did. So she took a thorough search for what it is. Ah, said White Mouse. Now I see the something is definitely, so she came back, the something is as sturdy as a pillar, as supple as a snake, as wide as a cliff, as sharp as a spear, as breezy as a fan, as stringy as a rope. But altogether, the something is an elephant. And when the other mice ran up one side and down the other, across the something from end to end, they agreed. Now they saw too. They saw it all together. So everyone was right. They just didn't put all of the things together. So let's go back, because those are some fun hand movements. Ah, said the White Mouse. Now I see. The something is sturdy as a pillar. So put your arms around the pillar. Supple as a snake. Wide as a cliff. Sharp as a spear. Bing. Breezy as a fan. Stringy as a rope. But altogether, that something is an elephant. There's a little white guy on top of the elephant. And then, of course, after all the other mice went running round and round and round, which in this picture, if you look really close, you see all the mice going to their favorite places that they remember. And then at the very end, we have them all lined up on the elephant's head. Now they're all friends, I bet. And the elephant's like, hello, mice. Nice to know you. Nice to be your friend. I can help you out sometimes because I'm big and strong. They're like, thank you. We'll help you out too because we're little and get in places you can't get into. So, the mouse moral: knowing a part of something may make a fine tale or a good story, but wisdom comes from seeing the whole. And then one other thing that I love about this book is at the very end, Ed Young dedicates this to Wang Kwong Mei, who opened my eyes to the joy of knowledge and the wisdom in those trying years. So he had trying years, just like kind of we're having a bit of a trying year, aren't we? But he had a friend, just like you're my friend and I'm your friend. We help each other through these trying years. And he dedicated this to this person who opened his eyes to the joy of knowledge and wisdom. 7 Blind Mice. Thank you for being here with me. I love this book. I love the art in it. It's so simple, but so beautiful. And you are too. You're not simple. Well, you're simply beautiful, and I love you. So I'll see you next time. All right, thanks for being here. I love this book, and I love being with you.